What's up, gang? Welcome to another episode of The Grind. Get ready. It's a new day. And remember that we reap what we sow. I was listening to a story the other day that there was a carpenter, and the carpenter said that he was getting ready to retire. And so what we're going to do is we're going to build one last home. And so what he did is he had the man that was going to help him build this house, that was a worker that was going to build this house. He said, let's build this thing one more time, one last home before I retire. And so what happens is they start working on this new house. And as the worker starts working on this new house, the last house, he starts putting a little bit less than his best effort because he knows his boss, his leader, is getting ready to retire. And so he puts less than his best effort into the house. He starts putting corner cutting on some of the materials that he's using. And when the job was all the way done, the owner comes in and says, I'm getting ready to retire, and I wanted to thank you, and here's the keys. Here's the keys to the house that you just got done building. See, the house that you just got done building was the house that I was going to give you, and thank you for everything that you've done for me. And so what happened was this carpenter, this person, he put less than his best into the house and less than his best into the business. And what happens is sometimes when people they might feel like it's not their business or it's not working out for them. They never understand. Sometimes you're building this business, you're building this house, and you don't realize that this is the business you're going to have. Somebody's going to give you the keys one day to this business, and whatever you created, that's what you're going to have. And so you have to understand this when you're putting something into your business, when you're pouring into something at work, whether you're pouring into students or you're doing something. Understand sometimes that if you're putting less than what your best is into it, you're doing yourself a disservice and probably creating some karma for yourself that's not going to be positive. And so I want to encourage some folks out there. You might be in a moment where you think nobody's paying you any attention. Nobody's following you at all and appreciating your work. Something that you're building, you're starting to slack on a little bit. And one day, karma's going to creep up on you. Whether they give you the keys to that business or not, what comes around goes around. I had a friend reach out to me this week and say, man, I feel like I'm not really getting appreciated at work. I'm not getting my best. My boss isn't even realizing how much that I'm doing for this business. What advice would you give to me? I said, don't let somebody else control who you are. Don't let somebody else control your values, because what comes around goes around. One day, if you keep doing the same thing over and over, you keep doing greatness is going to come to you. Maybe it's in that business. Maybe it's not in that business. Maybe it's something completely different. But the karma that you create by continuing to stay true to your integrity, to your values of who you are, giving it 100% until the season is over, until the game is over. That's how you're going to create a legacy for yourself one day that's going to give you your dreams. And so I want to encourage you guys out there right now, whatever it is that you're working on, whatever house you're building, so to speak, don't corner cut. Don't cut corners. Even if you only have 3 months left, 6 months left until you retire, 1 more week left until you're a senior and you're off the season, or this is your last year in high school and you can kind of float through it. Understand the karma. You reap what you sow. What comes around goes around. Pay your dues and great things are going to happen. Thanks for joining us on another episode of The Grind. Get ready. It's a new day.
Subscribe today at SimonArias.com.